how far Le'Veon Bell goes off. It's going to be a tough game, and I look forward to beating Noah and taking home the SBC Boston title. So go Bay Area Bros. Go everyone on my team. And, Snowball, what was your record in that league?
I don't even know. Yeah. I know I missed, but...
Snowball was well below 500. But, so now we do know Marcus Mariota won the Heisman over Melvin Gordon and Amari Cooper. There were only 3 finalists this year, right?
Yes.
That's not typical.
Nope.
But all 3 of those players had remarkable seasons. And like I said, Mariota really picked the right year to be dominant. Because any other year, if you took Mariota from last year, that would have been a really close Heisman vote. But, so, there weren't a whole lot of games. I think there was only one Division I game today. Because, so Navy ended up beating Army, I believe, 17-7, 24-7. But we're just going to run through the bowls with you. So, there's really a whole lot of pointless ones. We have Nevada going up against Louisiana Lafayette in the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl on December 20th. We have the Gildan New Mexico Bowl with Utah State versus UTEP. We have the Royal Purple Las Vegas Bowl with Utah, number 22 Utah, and Colorado State. The famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Western Michigan and Air Force. The Raycom Media Camellia Bowl, South Alabama, and Bowling Green. These are getting ridiculous. The Miami Peach Bowl, BYU and Memphis. This next game I'll actually watch, the Boca Raton Bowl with Marshall, I know your favorite team, Snowball, and Northern Illinois. Then we have the San Diego County Credit Union Poinsettia Bowl. These are actually terrible. Navy and San Diego State. Then there's the Popeyes Bahamas Bowl, Central Michigan and Western Kentucky, the Hawaii Bowl, Fresno State and Rice, the Zaxby's Heart of Dallas Bowl, Illinois and Louisiana Tech. The Quick Lane Bowl, Rutgers is actually in a bowl. I didn't know about that. They're playing North Carolina.
6 wins. 6 wins you're in.
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize they were at 6 wins. My bad. Rutgers is playing North Carolina in the Quick Lane Bowl in Detroit. Then we have the Bitcoin St. Petersburg Bowl. Bitcoin is actually sponsoring a bowl. Is this serious? NC State and University of Central Florida. Then we have the Military Bowl presented by Northrop Grumman, Cincinnati and Virginia Tech. The Hyundai Sun Bowl, number 15 Arizona and Duke. Then we have the Duck Commander Independence Bowl. This is getting terrible just reading through these. Miami and South Carolina. Then there's the New Era Pinstripe Bowl with Boston College and Penn State. The National University Holiday Bowl, Nebraska and number 24 USC. How is USC still ranked?
I think they had like a decent win. Notre Dame they really did handle Notre Dame.
Okay. AutoZone Liberty Bowl, Texas A&M and West Virginia. The Russell Athletic Bowl with Oklahoma and number 17 Clemson. The Advocare V100 Texas Bowl with Arkansas and Texas. The Franklin American Mortgage Music City Bowl, Notre Dame and number 23 LSU. The Belk Bowl with my number 13 Georgia Bulldogs going up against the number 21 Louisville Cardinals. The Foster Farms Bowl with Maryland and Stanford. This should actually be a good game here. On New Year's Eve, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Apparently there's 2 Peach Bowls. But number 9 Ole Miss and number 6 TCU. That's a game I'll actually watch. That looks interesting. The Vizio Fiesta Bowl. Apparently Tostitos no longer sponsored that. Number 20 Boise State and number 10 Arizona. I don't know about that one. But then we have the Capital One Orange Bowl, number 7 Mississippi State, number 12 Georgia Tech. Then we have the Outback Bowl, number 19 Auburn and number 18 Wisconsin. Then we have the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic with, and again, this is going to be a good one, New Year's Day. Michigan State, number 8 Michigan State and number 5 Baylor. Then we have the Buffalo Wild Wings Citrus Bowl, New Year's Day, with number 16 Missouri and number 25 Minnesota. And then we have the semifinal of the college football playoff, which, they'll both be on New Year's Day. The first one is on at 5 o'clock, the Rose Bowl, with number 2 Oregon and number 3 Florida State. Then we have at 8:30 the All-State Sugar Bowl, with number 1 Alabama and number 4 Ohio State. Then we have the Lockheed, and all the post-New Year's ones are just okay. I'm gonna name them anyway, but they're kind of ridiculous. The Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl, Houston and Pittsburgh, the Tax Slayer Bowl, Iowa and Tennessee, the Valero Alamo Bowl. Okay, I was just kidding. This is actually going to be a decent one. Valero Alamo Bowl with number 11 Kansas State, number 14 UCLA. I'll actually watch that. The Ticket City Cactus Bowl with Washington and Oklahoma State. The Birmingham Bowl with East Carolina and Florida. Florida actually has a bowl. I did not realize they were at 6 wins. Is Muschamp coaching in that one, though?
I doubt it.
Okay.
Oh, actually, yeah, he would be.
And then there's the GoDaddy Bowl with Toledo and Arkansas State. And then the final bowl is January 12th. Teams to be determined, but it's January 12th is the national championship. And that's it for college. Obviously, no argument on the Heisman. Anything stand out to you in the awards the other night?
You talk about the kicker.
Oh yeah,
That was
Roberto Aguayo, the sophomore kicker from Florida State. He was actually the All-American kicker, the only one. But then he didn't even win the Lou Groza Award for best kicker in the nation, which surprised me. It went to Brad Craddock from Maryland, who's a great kicker. But I just don't understand how you can vote a guy the best kicker in the country for All-American, and then you can't name him the best kicker in the country for the Lou Groza Award. That just doesn't make sense to me. But it's college football. Nothing's supposed to make sense. Anything else stand out? Mariota won like every single award possible.
nothing. I think.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna move on to the hometown roundup.
Surprised.
As for college basketball, Rutgers is now 5-4. They beat New Hampshire on Tuesday, 60-56, and they'll play Manhattan tomorrow. That's actually, I believe it's at MSG. I could be wrong, but it is at a neutral location. Now, Seton Hall is 7-1. They lost at number 8, Wichita State, 77-68 on Tuesday, and they will play St. Petersburg tomorrow, and then they go to USF on Thursday. As for the NFL, the Giants, your Giants, beat the Titans in Tennessee 36-7 last week, and they are facing Washington 1 o'clock on Fox. The Jets are now 2-11. They lost the Vikings in overtime 30-24 last week. They will play in Tennessee for the Titans 4 o'clock on CBS. Now, Snowball, you were going to take hockey, I believe, right?
I guess I was. So the Devils still struggling 11-14-4. Beat the Hurricanes 2-1 on Monday, but lost to the Blackhawks in the shootout. What a surprise they lose in the shootout. Tuesday, they play the Stars this week, tonight actually. They play the Islanders as well, and Senators and Lightning. So they got a busy week actually this Friday. Rangers, they play the Canucks, the Oilers tomorrow. They play the Canucks tonight, the Oilers tomorrow, and the Flames Tuesday. And then nothing else the rest of the week. So they're 12-10-4, and the Islanders' best team right now in New York, 19-8, 3-game losing streak though. They're playing the Blackhawks tonight, Devils Monday, Red Wings Friday.
And you mentioned the Devils playing the Stars. They're currently down 2-0 to Dallas with about 2 minutes left in the first period. The Rangers do not play they'll play the Canucks at 10 o'clock because that's on the West Coast. And the Islanders do not. Do they play the Blackhawks tonight? Oh yeah, the Islanders are currently down 2-1 to the Blackhawks with about 10 minutes left in the third. So we'll get you a final on that later. So now on to basketball. The Knicks are 5-20, currently on a 7-game losing streak. They lost to Portland, they lost to the Pelicans, they lost to the Spurs, but they beat the Celtics 101-95, and they will play Toronto, Dallas, in Chicago, and then against the Suns at MSG this week. The Nets are now 9-12. They lost to the Cavs, lost to the Bulls, beat the 76ers. They'll play the Hornets tonight. They are facing the Heat, the Raptors, and Cavs all the way this week. To get you a score update for the Nets, we'll look into that. They're actually up on the Hornets 114-83 with about a minute left in the fourth, so obviously they're going to cruise there. Now, as for the Homer Statement of the Week, it is very rare for myself and Snowball to have one of our teams, or both of our teams, do well in the same week. It's even more rare to have both those teams score more than 30 in the same week. So for that reason, we're splitting up the Homer Statement of the Week between my Steelers and his Giants, because they both had great wins this week. So I'm going to let you go first, Snowball. What do you have to say about the New York Giants?
Well, the Giants, they won, right? And this is amazing. It was a really bad game still, but the Giants beat the poor Titans 36-7. It's about time. I've been waiting since week 5 for a win. Thank God. Now I can be happy if we go 4-12. But I think we'll beat the Redskins and maybe the Eagles and maybe the Rams. But anyway, I'm happy for the win. Eli looked good. I'm gonna just say this. I think if they draft a ton of linemen next year, and with Cruz healthy, I actually believe the Giants could be a pretty good team. But anyway, I'll go to you. We'll talk about this.
All right. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Go. You counted them out last week. I still had faith. I said they were going to beat the Bengals in Cincinnati.
Oh, actually, I understand one thing? So Mariota, just the Heisman, received 90.92% of first-time place votes, which is second all-time. Who do you think was the all-time leader in first place votes for the Heisman? I guarantee you will not get this.
Is it Cam Newton?
It is a recent player.
Johnny Manziel?
No. From 2000 on, recent.
Well, I'm assuming Reggie Bush doesn't count.
No.
Matt Leinart?
Nope.
Oh.
Troy Smith, 2006.
Oh,
Ohio
Troy
State.
Smith. I remember he was terrible in the NFL. He
was bad.
He went to the Ravens. He stunk up the joint. The Steelers signed him to the practice squad. Oh, it was bad. Did he even go in the first? Did he go in the first round?
No, because he had a really bad national championship game.
I believe. Did he get? He got drafted by
Florida. They lost to Florida. Is that what you said?
No, who did he get drafted by? He got drafted by the Ravens. Ravens in the 5th round. Then he went to the 49ers. He played for the Omaha Nighthawks. Went to the Steelers for the practice squad. I don't know if he's currently on the Montreal Alouettes or he just finished there. Oh no, he was released from the Montreal Alouettes of the CFL this year.
Time to hang up the cleats.
He wasn't good enough for the CFL. Okay, he played against the Hamilton Tiger Cats this year. He was 2-1. He had a 52.6 completion percentage, 884 passing yards, 9 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions in 6 games. So yeah, he wasn't even good on the Alouettes. Ocho Cinco's on the Alouettes, I believe, still. But Troy Smith didn't cut it. So yeah, back to the Steelers. Probably, I'm sticking with them for the Super Bowl. I originally picked Seahawks over Steelers. I think the Steelers still make it to the Super Bowl. I don't know if they'll win. If they get so lucky to face, maybe not the best NFC team in the playoffs, if they don't play the Packers, I think the Steelers can still win the Super Bowl. that's completely serious. Le'Veon Bell is playing out of